official jacket.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead,
there
go
it is.
Make me look a little bit younger.
I did see your photos. I was like, man, that's one good looking guy. Come on, look like the jean jacket too, I think.
Yeah, I like wearing
Did you just offer him a shot already?
What's that?
He has offered shots
We
already?
call that style.
What do
I
you
like the
drink?
style.
No, I don't.
You don't drink?
Yeah,
Oh, do you want?
So you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Well, we got some drinks for you,
Yeah.
like Gatorade and water
Yeah,
too.
I got water here. So
Yeah, we usually chill with the boys. Japan, hotel.
no problem.
So-
Yeah.
You're more than welcome if you want. We got a bunch of shots. We got some liquor here.
Yeah, which you drink. So it's a sayana, okay?
No, just solid out. We don't pressure no one.
Yeah.
You can just leave it out.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
You're good, you're good.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Happens, you know.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea how many technical difficulties I faced over the years.
Oh, for
Oh
sure.
gosh, I want to hear them.
Yes, so
All right,
no worries.
all right. We're still recording.
Testing.
Much better.
Okay.
More mic check. Can you-
Check 1 2, testing 1 2.
Better. Way better.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess
All right.
this doesn't help. It stopped connecting, so it's fine.
Oh really?
So you're on live
there.
or are you recording?
Yep.
We have live
Live.
right here,
Cameras
and then we also have the recording.
Okay.
So
You're good, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh shit. Okay. All right, we're back. Okay. Sorry, we're gonna start all over. So go ahead, Moua. You know, start where you first began.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you don't mind starting over.
Yeah, not at all.
All right.
Yeah, for me, at first, I didn't start making Hmong movies right away.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, back in the days, there wasn't really much Hmong filmmakers, but I was always fascinated with making movies and telling visual stories. So when I was in college, I decided to go into video and television production, and so film production. So that's how I started, was way back in the 90s, and so my first job when I got out of college, a local TV station in Fresno. At that time, I was still in California, so they offered me a job as a cameraman in the studio, and then I worked there for like a year and a half. Then they moved me into. They see that it seems like the way I shoot videos is a little different, so they moved me to their news photography department, and so I became a news photographer. Meaning that I guess some of you guys you've seen TV news reporters came out and they always have a cameraman with them. So I'm that guy. So that's how I start. I worked there till '97, and then we moved up here to Minnesota. Yeah, to Minnesota, and then I got a job offer at Care 11. For 2 years, and then but during those times I'm thinking, man, I want to do more movies, always, deep in my guts, my heart, I always wanted to do more movies. So that's when I just say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna write a story and I want to go out there and I always want to make a movie here, but it's so hard too, especially back then. Everybody has a career, and so it's hard. So I went back to Thailand and made my first movie, which is called Lo Ling, and then that's how it all got started. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
how's of course, the money in the film industry, right? So how is the money when you make a good film? Like, is it nice? Is it?
Yeah.
It's not so bad, or is it like it takes a while? Or
Back in the days, if you make a good movie, you can. Well, I wouldn't say that you will be rich doing it because the Hmong community, we got a really small community. Even though we have Hmong people all over the nation, that's very small, spread out, very small city. If you make Hmong movies, and you wouldn't be wealthy, you wouldn't be rich making movies, but enough. Back in the days, in the early '90s and even 2000s, because you know back guess I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the VHS days, you know, but
Yeah.
there's those VHS days. Not you make enough for some of us. We make enough to keep you afloat, and also enough to make the next film. So basically, it funded itself. Yeah, you got one more, pay more, but you have to do a lot of not only go into Thailand and then make the movies, but once you got it produced, got it on VHS, you know, put past posters everywhere at the July 4th or at the Hmong New Year somewhere. You still have to go out and sell it. You know, as far as money, it's enough to kind of keep you going. At least for me, and then enough to make the next movie because. Pay one movie in Hmong Kong, we don't have the big budget, you know, we don't have the, I mean, you're not even talking about $100,000-$200,000, you're just talking about a few $1,000s to $10,000-$20,000 max in the back in those days. You make enough and to stay and keep making, and that's how I was able to keep making the movies that I made over the years. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
What really inspired Gona to more movie? Why didn't you just continue working with Kier 11? So what really was the inspiration?
I think telling stories and visually, I'm the type of guy that when I hear something, I always wanted to tell it. You know, I hear a story or something that inspires me. I always want to, wow, you know, this is a good story, or this is something that if people see it or people watch it, it'll inspire them. And then that's what I guess the artistic part of me that wants to make that also. And then telling the story visually. Yeah, I'm always been fascinated by movies. You know, even when I was a little kid in Laos, when we were still in Laos, because I was I guess what they call the 1.5 generation của yêu tìm plate. You a little kid, when I was a little kid in Thailand, you know, I mean in Laos, the missionary Catholic missionaries came. They would show Charlie Chaplin movies, you know, you know, or Clint Eastwood cowboy movies, and or Lone Rangers, black and white Lone Rangers, and you were just like fascinated, you know, blown away. And so that's kind of like thinking back. I think that's more fascination, and then wow, you know, how did they do that? I want to do something like that. That's what brings me the inspiration of wanting to do it. And then Hmong movie, then you start tell bây giờ Hmong story thế này giờ, even though bây giờ ở lu small community li bên Hmong là, I mean you do it your own way, you know. So yeah.
เขาก็ write ก็จะ script นะ who is your writer, or like how do you come up with these ideas to make a movie, or like when is your next idea for your next movie, or when do you know?
Yeah, I don't have any writers, unfortunately, because as you guys know, bây giờ movie tôi bên Hmong này giờ, tôi bên Hmong thì you cannot afford a writer, you know, you cannot afford, because I don't want to just have somebody volunteer and work for me and then for free, you know.
Yeah.
So I just write my own stories. But as far as inspiration, like I said, sometimes you hear certain stories, or you've seen a movie, and then you get an idea, you know, an idea sparks in your head. And, wow, man, that's a really, really good story. And then you inspire, you click the whole you someone make your own movie, your own version of a movie that would inspire somebody or would entertain somebody. I just start writing. So writing, it to me it just flows. You know, once you get the basic idea of, okay, this is the story that I'm gonna focus on. My first, well, actually, my first movie that I made is for Suton. I don't know if you guys remember Suton. You guys are probably too young to remember.
I remember.
Suton. But back in the days when he dubbed a lot of Thai, Indian, and Chinese movie, and then he moved on to sponsor Bảo Thon, you know, Bảo Thon, Lu Ya, and these guys. And so I went back with him to make a few music video projects for him on that. And then he presented to me, hey, you know, I have a story that I wanted to make. And then I said, yeah, okay, you got the story. And then he presented to me, a story. And then it was like only like, I remember it was only about 9 pages long. And it was just basically a summary of the stories. And he said, let's go and shoot. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. And
The
we don't-
storyboard.
Right.
You need
We don't have anything yet. We just have the basically synopsis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 9-page, but it's a little bit more than the synopsis of the movie. But you have the premise of the story, which is the story. Yeah, Hmong movie, Công Một Cục Plô, with Lu Ya and Keng Ya, the back in the 90s. But yeah, so I said, okay, so yeah, let's put it into script first, and then it was shown around the whole script, because it's completely different when you put it on a film script. It's completely different from a book or or a play, so it's completely different. And so I say, okay, we can't shoot it like this. We're gonna have to put it into a script form so that when we go over there, we cast actors. Bên theo tin thằng phải gọi theo lời theo baoแต่làเขาlineเขาtừ theo một description một làจะlời theo baoแต่okayเขา scene นั่นยาว involve อะไรเช่นนั้น he said okay you know what to do with that, so let's work on it. I worked for a month. So coming back to your question, that's how it flows. Once cái tới có ideaใน law, it kind of like flows naturally in me on my stories.
Yeah.
Có mà expand thôiนะ, expand có right. That's how we got the movie Công Một Cục Plô. If you guys somebody uploaded without permission, but all over in YouTube. So nên mùa đầu Công Một Cục Plô under Sutao under my name sức chế ni tờ là liền.
Is that the one with Lu Ya Chen with the brother? Huh?
Yeah, and Tết gì của giếng này, yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I remember that one. That was so old. That was you that shot that one?
Yeah, I shot that one for him, and I wrote it.
Yeah.
I wrote it, I directed, and but Sutao produced it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was under that movie is under Sutao's production company.
Wow, that
But
was a good movie. I remember my parents watching that, and I
Yeah.
watched it with them too.
Yeah, that came out in 1995. Yeah, so it was a long time ago.
And then
But-
at the end, the parents finally more like pipes burn, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know you actually shot that one.
Yeah, that was my
Bringing up some memories.
that was my first official Hmong movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made that one for Sutao. That was my first official Hmong movies, and then after that, I talked with Minnesota. Na in the 2000 well 99. Go hold the K11 for 2 years, and then 99 I got off, and then I movie.
Okay.
So.
No,
But yeah, that's the writing process. Because you don't have anyone to hire to rely on, so you just do it yourself, and then once you get that going, then somehow you get flows. So yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff. Go
I was just gonna say, have you thought of like a Hmong American movie yet for
Oh, yeah.
in the States?
Man, you guys have no idea how much I wanted to make a Hmong American movie, but it takes it's pretty hard actually,
Yeah.
because you don't have the budget to really hire. Besides, to hire cast just supporting actors. I have to have the money to pay you
Right.
to really commit time. Within a month or two, you should more budget like that. But I have a couple of stories that I think that would be really good. But one movie in the it's hard to get the budget to hire your people. I don't want people to just volunteer and then make a movie without anything. That's why, man, it just never happened. But yeah, I have a couple of stories that I actually really wanted to make more American movies. Yeah, more modern. So yeah, Hmong ai bể hay genre bể genre Hmong in the sense more modern, more contemporary, and more contemporary subjects that to tackle. But
Yeah. A lot of stuff that can still relate to people
Right.
that are happening it right now that
Exactly.
they can't even talk about it.
Right.
But the movie talks for them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, more if you do it, I'm sure there's going to be people jumping on sponsorship.
Yeah.
Because it's Moua Lee, man. We've seen your movies. Because I can grab the guys. We have a group of guys. And, the budget, I'm sure people will help you sponsor.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Because you're promising. The stuff you put out there is good. So I mean, I
Yeah.
guarantee it. But then now it's now you have to find directors, and then you have to find producers, or you'll be the producer, of course, and the director. But then you got to get all the cameras, lighting guys,
Yeah.
and everything too.
The talent is out there though. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Hmong
Oh, yeah.
people,
Yeah.
very talented
Yep.
now
Definitely.
in the editing, video productions world as well. Not only actors and casts, right? But
Yeah, definitely. Right now, the talent pool is enough for us
Yeah.
to make a movie. I mean, including crews, you know.
Right.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
You know, so in the early days, people have a lot of misperception. They say, oh, you know, Hmong filmmakers, they want to control. They want to do everything. They wanted to micromanage. They wanted to do everything themselves. No, it's not true. It's simply because we don't have money.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Vichumunya, Vichumunya Mundia, go as a cinematographer, na ya.
Yeah.
You know, I have no choice, and so
Right.
that's why. But in that way, you kind of force yourself to be more creative, more using your resources more efficiently, you know. And so, but yeah, that's naturally nothing. But right now, the talent pool is, man. I see a lot of young guys. They're age now, yeah, they're younger. They're good in. They know video. They know the principles of cinematography, and then you know, camera angles and what is good, what is not. Where to shoot from, how to shoot it, and I mean, right now if I'm gonna do one, you know, I don't have to do it myself anymore. You know, I can just have someone who's talented to help me out, and then cho actors, you know, là những mua chung thế mà. So yeah, but yeah, I would have to kind of like lý có hay just raise some funds, you know,
Yeah.
raise some fund, and we can probably get away with it for like, you know, $20,000-$30,000. It doesn't have to be lavish type of movies, you know. It can just be very simple. Tashimani subject and
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure we can get it done. You know, I'm not getting any younger either, guys. You know, so I keep saying to myself, oh man, I gotta make the Hmong American movie, you know.
Right.
But you ping I just couldn't get off my butt to do it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if
But
you know,
I would love to do it.
I'll put this out there if you ever do, and you need like a few crew members, or not even crew, but like casting members,
Yeah.
extras. You know, we'll grab Jimmy and I will grab the guys. We'll just ask the guys to come join. And they're all martial artists too, so
Yeah.
they've been in there.
Yeah, I appreciate
Stunt boys.
that.
Yeah, stunt boys.
I wanted, you know, speaking of that, my go-to genre was action movies. Huh? Now, yeah, you guys see my movies, Hmong movies, more like melodramas, you know, melodramas back in the days. But, I mean, action movies and thriller movies are the movies that I watch the most. And that's the kind of movies I want to make the most. But, I mean, those are going to require quite a bit of
Funds.
money,
Yeah,
you know,
you need
money, and you need the people who, for example, if you want to do a martial arts movie, you still need to hire to get a cast that are fairly good at it too. You know,
Yeah.
they really need young guys, and you know how
to move,
yeah,
how
move
to
and all
perform.
that. They look good.
Too cheesy.
Yeah, too cheesy and too corny. I don't want to make corny Hmong action movies either. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
you know?
I remember watching some kung
Yeah.
fu, you know,
Not
Hmong
hating,
movies,
no.
you know. So
Yeah, that's why I never. I help some of my friends make some kung fu movies, but for myself, I never really make any kung fu or martial arts movie, action movie. It's just gonna come out really corny, you know,
Yeah.
and cheesy, like
Yeah.
you said, you know. So I thought, well, Hmong melodrama, got a lot easier. So you that's very corny, you know.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I think now we have the talent and we have the Hmong. For myself, like you were many years, you more a certain amount of experience. You know what is good, what is not, and you also have the talent. You know, more you more like you build a martial arts movie like you bao you know they bao you know.
Right.
If let's say we want to do just like a Korean style movie where it's just raw, you know, just raw fights on the
Yeah.
street fights, but you still, even that, you still have to have certain amount of choreography, a certain move. It's all corny, you know, but I think we have enough of that. But more just
Yeah.
you know.
There's a lot of businesses now, you know, a lot
Yeah.
of Hmong businesses.
I think so.
And
We'll have to do something.
when Moua Lee comes out, you know, you guys shout out to the businesses if you guys want to sponsor Moua Lee to get back into it. You know, this is your chance.
Yep.
And for seriously, we could
Yeah.
definitely get guys in there, and for sure that
No, doing actions and all that. ก็ require you've seen a lot of Korean action movies right the revenge movies
Yep.
you know the Korean TV dramas mà lấy cho tích cho rong rau ra ya but not the feature films and me I like it that way you know I just want regular people
Yeah.
you know it's
Yeah.
more realistic more
Yeah, that is
relatable
true.
just doesn't matter how you look ก็ใช้เมกเกาหลีจะพระเอกจะ feature film นะ not in the TV drama
Yep.
some of
I
the
know what
most
you mean.
popular they're just normal average guys
Yeah.
Yeah.
average looking guys
The movie The Wailing. The Wailing, right?
yeah
You thought the dog.
yeah don't say
And you know he's such a good actor though. Have you guys seen
Yeah.
that movie? Oh, it was a good movie. It was a really good.
yeah
movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn.
แล้วจะ action ที่เราจะ revenge movies 现在那样 จะไหนพระเอกนางเอก其中个 regular 现在样
Yeah.
that's how I like it
I
more
know.
relatable more realistic นะ but the story just has to be really good and I love Korean movies เรื่องแต่ว่าtheir story is wow
Yeah.
way up there with Hollywood levels huh?
Yeah.
and so there's no reason why we cannot do Hmong movies we may not get to that caliber but at least it's good enough to where people bought it and wow okay
Yeah.
more people got potential
Well, I mean, the Hmong people
Yeah,
already
so it
got to
doesn't
go
require-
with Clint Eastwood,
yeah, it
right?
doesn't require handsome or you just have to focus on your story and how you execute it son you
Yeah.
know so that แต่ฉะนั้นก็ไปจอ movie audience นะเลย yeah some people เลยยิ่งสักก็ต้องตัวเพย์ไหนรองมา TV drama yeah but if you're gonna do a feature film I'd rather focus on the story you know
Right.
and anybody as long as they're good at it isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah that's all it takes
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll talk some more. We're gonna take a break more. Take a break. We'll come back and then we will talk some more about this. Okay.
yeah
All right.